I want to share a story with you. But pay attention, because this is not a tale. This is a true story. Years and years ago, a priest from New York was walking around Rome. He chooses to go to a parish, looking for a moment of silence and peace. But as soon as he steps into the threshold, he sees in the corner a beggar. Yes, a beggar. But something stirs within him, because this beggar has something different. He looks like, familiar to him. He goes closer. His heart is beating so loud. And then he's shocked because he knows this man. This beggar was once his brother, his fellow seminarian. They have been ordained priests on the same day. They were filled with the same vocation, fire, and passion to serve God. But now, this priest was a beggar. He goes with him and he greets him by his name. The beggar casts down his eyes and he begins to tell him the story of how he had lost his faith, his vocation, and his very soul. This priest from New York is listening, and every single word is breaking his heart. The next day, this priest from New York receives a rare invitation to attend Mass with the Pope. After the Mass, as is customary, he kneels before the Holy Father, asking for a blessing. But in this moment, instead of asking for a blessing, he's overwhelmed by the grace of God, and weeping, he tells to the Pope, "Holy Father, can you pray for this friend who was a priest and now is a beggar in the streets of Rome?" The Pope is moved by this story. The next day, this priest from New York receives an invitation to have dinner with the Pope, just with one condition. And probably you already know it. He must bring this beggar with him. So this priest rushes to find his friend, and after convincing him, the beggar accepts to go and have dinner with the Holy Father. After the dinner, the Pope requests to be alone with the beggar. He looks into his eyes. He kneels before him. And he just says, "I want you to hear my confession." But the beggar is astonished and he stammers, But, Your Holiness, Holy Father, I'm no longer a priest. I have lost my faith. I cannot hear your confession." But the Holy Father says in reply, "Once a priest, always a priest." But the beggar resists. He says, "But Your Holiness, I don't have ministry. I cannot celebrate this sacrament." But the Holy Father says, "I will take care of that. I am the Bishop of Rome." Therefore, the beggar listens, hears the confession of the Holy Father. As soon as they finish, the beggar falls before the Holy Father, weeping, asking if the Pope will hear the confession of this beggar as well. And in that moment, this beggar finds the forgiveness of God. As soon as they finish, the Holy Father asks him, where was he begging for money? This new priest tells him, well, I was begging for money in this parish in Rome. Therefore, the Holy Father tells him, okay, from now on, you will have in that very parish. I will give you a new mission because you will take care of every poor and every homeless, just as you have been. This man, this priest, found forgiveness in a dinner with Pope John Paul II. You know, the beauty of the forgiveness of God, brothers, is that you only not receive a second chance, but you also recover the soul. Yes, your soul, the soul that you have thought that it was lost. Brothers, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance because I am also a son of God.